Hey guys! So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a bake with me video, and we're going to be baking Quaker Oats oatmeal cookies. And this is one of my favorite recipes ever, and the recipe is inside the Quaker Oat container, but I like to make a few modifications to it just to make it a little bit healthier. So I'm just going to be sharing that with you guys today. So the first thing we're going to be doing is melting the butter a little bit, and we're not going to melt it completely, just soften it a little bit by putting it in the microwave or leaving it out for a little. And I just put it in the microwave for a good 10 seconds, and you can see me just putting the butter into the bowl, which is the first step, and then we're going to continue on to the sugar. So the recipe calls for half a cup of regular sugar and 3/4 a cup of brown sugar, but I like to lower it a little bit and I use the 1/4 cup. Now once you have the butter and the sugar in there, you're just going to whisk it all together. Now sometimes the butter does get stuck in the whisk, but I like to use a wooden spoon every once in a while, so I'm just going to use that right now. And then the next thing that the recipe calls for is 2 eggs, so I'm going to be adding that into our bowl, and then we will go on to the next step. Now I ran out of vanilla, but you could definitely add it in. It doesn't really make a difference, but it does call for 1 teaspoon of vanilla if you are trying this recipe out. Now once you've stirred that all together, we're going to be adding in 1 cup and 1/2 cup of flour into our bowl. And then we go in with 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now you could also add in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, but I use 1/4 teaspoon. So I have now switched over to a wooden spoon, and I'm just mixing it all together so it gets that dough-like consistency, and it should be looking around something like this. And now it's time to add in 1 cup of raisins, but I prefer cranberries. I like the flavor a little bit better, so that is what I am adding in. And then of course the last step is to add 3 cups of Quaker Oats. I also forgot to mention that I preheated my oven to 350 a little bit earlier, and now it is time to get a tray and just make the cookies, and when you finish you should have around 24 cookies. Just put that in the oven to bake for 14 minutes, and I like to waste the time by cleaning the dishes and drying them, just putting them away. It really just speeds up the time a lot, and by the time I finish that, the cookies are usually ready by then. Now I'm just taking out a cooling rack so the cookies can cool off on, and the cookies never usually take longer than 14 minutes for me, and it just comes out this perfect golden color. They taste amazing, and I totally recommend if you guys haven't tried them out yet. Super good. And thank you all so much for watching today's video.